Hey, did you know that Tell Your Tale is still going? Howdy, my name is CXCD, and yeah, you heard me right. If you don't already, Tell Your Tale was the sister series to Make Your Mark, and Make Your Mark was the main show. Tell Your Tale was never meant to be the main series. That was, of course, until things unfortunately just kind of worked out that way. And after the 6th chapter of Make Your Mark released and Make Your Mark was denied a season 2, Tell Your Tale became the only MLP media that was still going. It ran as the sole piece of Generation 5 content and carried the flame onwards until October of 2024 when it was canceled. But that's besides the point. Now, I know Tell Your Tale can be quite polarizing to a lot of people. After all, just look at that art style in 5-minute long episodes. Who has time for that? But underneath the Zoomer art style, Gen X art style, Gen Z art style, if you dig a little deeper, there are actually some really good episodes underneath all of it. Initially, Tell Your Tale suffered problems similar to what Make Your Mark suffered. I mean, some kind of, questionable animation, some questionable writing, and like I said already, questionable art style and questionable time run. 5 minutes! I mean, seriously, 5 minutes is just not enough time to tell a compelling story. What you get is either a show that is entirely comedy-focused or an extremely rushed story. And more often than not, Tell Your Tale had just rushed stories. But like I just said, if you sit through Tell Your Tale long enough, you will find some actual bangers in there. Like, for instance, the Season 2 episode Written in the Star Scouts. Like, for instance, most of Season 2 is genuinely pretty freaking good. And the episode I want to focus on right now is Written in the Star Scouts. Written in the Star Scouts is considered to be one of the greatest MLP episodes. Not just of G5, not just of Tell Your Tale, of all of MLP. Written in the Star Scouts is a really touching story that focused on Sunny's mom, Velvet, Skyla, Sunrise, Michelangelo, Stella. Sunny's mom! It focuses on Sunny's mom! But like I said again and again and again, 5 minutes is just simply not enough time to tell a really good story. And although Written in the Star Scouts is genuinely one of the greatest pieces of MLP media ever, I still think it kind of suffers from a rushed pace. I feel like if the episodes were extended to 6, 7, 10 minutes longer, they could genuinely be very good episodes. So that's why Hasbro decided to start focusing on 22-minute specials. A little while ago, this slideshow was leaked online. I've said that line so many fucking times. It was a marketing slideshow, and it seems within the year of 2024, we were meant to get 4 specials. One in March, another in August, another in October, and the last one in November. Well, of course, just like any old leak, the legitimacy of this slideshow is always questionable, right? I mean, any old bloke in like 2 hours could whip up the slideshow, right? Well, it was only a matter of time to see whether the slideshow was true. And along came March, and Special 1 did not drop. But don't worry, it released in April for some reason. Okay. I think it might have been released in April, not March, because March was the decision to cancel Tell Your Tale. It only actually stopped getting episodes in October, but in March it was designed. Anyway, in April it released, and it was a full 22-minute long special. And yeah, it was kind of basic. It didn't push the story forwards very much at all, but it was a really, really cute story and very well done. Oh, look at that! Hasbro canceled Tell Your Tale. What? Actually, my recount of the story is slightly off. Hasbro canceled Tell Your Tale before Special 1 released. The way I said it was kind of weird. But anyway, Little Critters Workshop was the team behind Make Your Mark, an animation studio that was based within Malaysia. As a matter of fact, Tell Your Tale itself didn't use original concept art. Tell Your Tale itself was made reusing old concept art from Boulder Media's production, BMP. If you don't know what BMP is, it was the series that Boulder Media was working on to release with a new generation. But unfortunately, Hasbro imploded on itself, sold off Boulder Media, and BMP was given to Atomic Cartoons, who were then told to turn it 3D, and then turned it into Make Your Mark. And we all know how that went. The Little Critters Workshop was given BMP concept art, and Tell Your Tale is kind of just like a bastardization of BMP. But anyway, like I said, Little Critters Workshop here got absolutely rug pulled. I want to make this extremely clear to everyone watching. What happened to Little Critters Workshop should be illegal. They were given the green light to start working on Season 2, and for a very long time worked on Season 2 of Tell Your Tale. And then right as they begin releasing episodes, Hasbro comes out and says, cancel it all, we're done. What happened to Little Critters Workshop should be illegal, I'm not even kidding. Now, obviously, the employees at Little Critters Workshop felt a little bit betrayed, right? And listen, from an outsider looking in who doesn't know the entire story, it just kind of looks like Tell Your Tale was canceled. It looked like Tell Your Tale got halfway through its season and died. And you're not wrong, but listen to me. I have access to people. I have seen things that you would not believe. And let me tell you what, Little Critters Workshop was entirely ready and willing to carry the entire 5th generation of MLP on its shoulders. They did a lot of work behind the scenes. A lot. And we saw none of it. Although Telltale wasn't the preferred medium to tell a story through, good lord, they were gonna try. Telltale, as it went on, was supposed to take itself more and more serious, and I think the specials reflect that. As the specials went on, it took itself more and more serious and was telling a better and better story. It was almost like they were trying to slowly rev the viewer into an actual compelling story. They started off very simple, and by the end it was an actually pretty engaging story. We saw none of that. I wish I could just continue info dumping here for the next 6 hours, but I'm not gonna. What I do have to say is regarding leaks and rumors. Listen, although I have the leak scripts that the community would really like to see, you need to understand that it's not my decision to leak scripts. I am being given permission to share things, but I'm not making the decision to release things. Listen, if it was up to me, I would absolutely just dump everything I have all at once, right? But it's not up to me. If I were to do that, not only would it make a lot of people very, very angry at me, but I might even cost someone their job. But anyway, back to the story. Little Critters Workshop was ready and willing to carry Generation 5 on its shoulders, but unfortunately, Telltale was unexpectedly rug pulled and canceled from them out of literally nowhere. But did you know that Little Critters Workshop, because of the cancellation of Telltale, had a lot of layoffs? And did you know those people who were laid off are actually very pissed off that they never had their work see the light of day? And did you know that those people are very leak happy and are extremely willing to just drop leaks on people? Now, I'm not the people who've been shared leaks, but I know people who've been shared leaks, and I can talk about those leaks, okay? After the final episode of Telltale was dropped in October of 2024, almost immediately, episodes that weren't finished started being leaked online. Some of these leaks range from scripts to rough animatics or storyboards, and even some episodes go all the way up to actual Telltale episodes that were literally probably about 95% done and just missed one polishing pass. So, like, look at this. Can you believe this was a leaked episode and not actually released? It looks so good! On top of that, let's go back a minute. Remember I was talking about specials, the 22-minute long specials? Here's special 2. So ever since October 2024, Telltale episodes were being leaked online. And I'm happy to say that ya boy here got his grimy little fingers on some Telltale episodes. And if I time the release of this video correctly, this video should release at the exact same time Doc Anibus's video releases.
Stop, I fucked that one up pretty good, didn't I?
If you don't know who Doc Anibus is, he's the person who's been getting leaked all these Telltale episodes and are uploading them to his second channel, Doc Anibus Alt. So if you want to watch at least most of these leaked online Telltale episodes, go to that guy's channel. He doesn't have all of the leaked Telltale episodes, but he has quite a lot of them. Before we dive into this leaked Telltale episode that I got my hands on early, I want to say that a lot of these episodes are actually quite a bit longer than you might think. Little Critters Workshop works on the animatic and doesn't really think too hard about shortening it down to 5 minutes. So a lot of these animatics are 6 minutes long, some of them are 7, and even a few are 8 minutes long. 8-minute long animatics that were then squeezed and compressed down to 5 minutes. If you ever wonder why a lot of Telltale episodes feel really rushed in pace, that's why. They'll make an 8-minute long episode and be forced to all the way down to 5. And I also think it's quite impressive that a lot of these Telltale episodes have full voice acting from the cast. I don't know if that's crazy to anybody else, but like, the voice actors were paid for this, right? Like I said, it's Little Critters Workshop was absolutely rug pulled here. It's so bad. So, let's get into this episode. This episode focuses on the main 6 going on a sea adventure. Zip excitedly shows the rest of the group a book about a pony named Azuria, who was a very brave sea captain who used a magical amulet, a magical compass kind of, to cross the seas. But her ship sank and nobody's known where she's gone since. Zip skips a rock though during a lunar eclipse. Who controls the sun and the moon in G5? And the new main 6 get eaten by a water tornado. They are transformed into magical sea ponies, and Zip discovers Azuria's sunken ship, and the rest of the main 6 are jumped by who I can only assume are piranhas who have gotten a taste for blood after Azuria's ship sunk. Zip finds Azuria's compass amulet thing, and using the power of it, manages to defeat the piranhas. Although, it's less the power of it and more like the compass showing her what she could already do, whatever. I don't know. Life lessons and things. They're ejected from the water and turned back into normal ponies. And roll credits. It is a pretty simple episode, all things considered. It's a pretty bog standard Tell Your Tale episode. But I just need to point out real quick just how much better the leaked animatics flow. I've watched a few leaked animatics of finished episodes that were released, and oh my god, episodes having an extra 1 or 2 minutes on the end of them just make the entire thing flow just so much better. Like, for instance, I got the animatic for A Lone Alicorn, and just, they take time to breathe. That's the biggest part of all of this. The Lone Alicorn episode starts with Sunny getting a nightmare and waking up. And in the final version, they just kind of talk over each other a lot and go really, really fast and just talk really fast. But in the animatic, they actually take time to slow down and think. Like, for instance, here, when Zip is eating a bowl of cereal, she hesitates just a little bit longer, and that little hesitation is just enough for her to slowly realize, oh wait, Sunny had a nightmare. But in the final episode, it's bang bang talking to Sunny. And then once again, after Zip is talking in the animatic, Sunny takes like just 2 seconds just to think it over for a second, and then starts talking. Once again in the final episode, it's bang bang. But just having these little itty bitty pauses in the animatic just helps so much with flow, it's not even funny. The Lone Alicorn released at 5 minutes long. The animatic version was 7 minutes and 40 seconds, damn well near 8 minutes long. Tell Your Tale was almost the greatest piece of G5 media. Almost. But, unfortunately, the fast pacing threw everybody away from it. That's just my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. I like my opinion, you don't need to. But that's about all for today. Make sure to subscribe. Remember, kids, always tolerate intolerance, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
I bite at the hand that feeds me, slap at the face that eats me. Some kind of animal cannibal made impressions on me.